Welcome to the world of Roosevelt dimes, where hidden treasures often go unnoticed. In this video, we're uncovering the top 4 most valuable Roosevelt dimes ever struck, coins with rare mint errors, limited production runs, and fascinating backstories that have collectors scrambling to get their hands on them. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just curious, let's dive into the 1970-era Roosevelt dime, a coin that might look ordinary, but can carry extraordinary value when struck with rare minting mistakes. I'll break down the notable errors, values, and history, and then I can expand this dime. Background. The 1970 Roosevelt dime was minted at 3 facilities: Philadelphia No mint mark over 345 million minted. Denver D mint mark over 754 million minted. San Francisco S mint mark, proof coins over 2.6 million minted. By 1970, Roosevelt dimes had long been struck with the copper-nickel-clad composition introduced in 1965, replacing 90% silver dimes. But as with any large-scale minting, errors occurred, and some of these 1970 dimes can be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. Rare and valuable 1970 Roosevelt dime error types: 1970 No-S proof dime, ultra rare, value $10,000 at $20,000, $25,000, $50,000 plus. 1970 double die-up verse DDO, value $100, $500, $1,000 plus, off-center strikes. Value 10 to 30% off-center, $50, $150, 50% plus to $100, $600 plus. Clipped planchette errors, value $20, $100, $150, $300 plus. Wrong planchette errors, value $500 to $1,000 plus. 1970 Roosevelt dime auction sales price. The auction value of a 1970 Roosevelt dime varies significantly based on its mint mark, condition, and any unique minting errors. Here's an overview of notable auction sales. 1970 No-S proof dime, missing mint mark. Rarity: approximately 2,200 were minted without the S mint mark. Auction record: a PR69 deep cameo example sold for $6,038 at Heritage Auctions in 2004. 1970 Roosevelt dime Denver mint. High-grade example: an MS68 full band specimen fetched $646.25 in 2014. Current auction activity: a PCGS MS67 full bands coin is currently bidding at $68, with the auction ending on February 16, 2025. 1970 error dime struck 50% off-center. Unique error: this minting error adds significant value. Auction sale: sold for an undisclosed amount at Heritage Auctions in March 2023. General value range: circulated 1970 dimes, typically worth between 15 cents and 35 cents. Proof versions: standard proofs start around $7. Error coins and high grades can command prices from several hundred to several $1,000s, depending on rarity and condition. The 1970 4D era Roosevelt dime, an unassuming coin that has caught the attention of collectors due to rare and valuable minting mistakes. I'll start with a detailed summary covering its history, key error types, and their potential values, ranging from hundreds to tens of thousands of dollars. Historical of 1970 4D Roosevelt dime. The 1970 4D Roosevelt dime was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced a staggering over 568 million dimes that year. As part of the standard copper-nickel-clad series post-1965, this coin typically holds only face value in circulated condition unless it contains a rare error. Most valuable 1970 4D Roosevelt dime errors. 1970 4D clad layer missing error. Value $100, a $300, $500, $1,500, $1 to $1,000, $5,000 plus, off-center strike. Value 10 to 30% off-center. $50, $150, 40 to 60% with full date, to $100, $600, over 60% dramatic errors, $1,000 plus. Broad strike error, value $100 to $400, double die-up verse DDO, value $50 to $100, $500 to $1,000 plus, struck on the wrong planchette. Value $1,500, $10,000 plus. The 1975 Roosevelt dime error is a coin that may seem ordinary, but can fetch staggering prices under the right circumstances. Below is a detailed breakdown of its history, rare errors, values ranging from $100 to over $10,000, and a teaser. What if I told you that a tiny 10-cent coin from 1975, one that you could easily mistake for pocket change, could actually be worth $5,000, $10,000, or even more? That's right. One of the most overlooked coins in American history has produced some of the most shocking mint errors ever found. Stick around as we reveal the rarest. Historical of the 1975 Roosevelt Dime. Minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D. Total mintage: Philadelphia, approximately 585 million. Denver, approximately 313 million. Composition: copper-nickel clad outer layers over a pure copper core. Standard weight: 2.27 grams. Designer: John R. Sinek. Though most 1975 Roosevelt dimes are worth face value, a select few mint errors can bring enormous profits to collectors and sellers. Most valuable 1975 Roosevelt dime errors: missing clad layer error. Value: $300, $1,200, $1,500 for $1,000 plus. Off-center strike. Value: 10 to 30% off, $75 at $150, 40 to 60% off, $300, $1,000 plus. 70% or more, full date visible, to $1,000 plus, struck on the wrong planchette. Value: $2,000, $5,000, $1,500, $6,000 plus. Broad strike error. Value: $150, $500 plus. Double die obverse, door reverse DDR. Value: $100, $300, $1,000, $3,500 plus. It would become one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins ever, worth potentially $50,000, $100,000 plus. The most rare 1968 D-era Roosevelt dime, focusing on its history, rarity, and values ranging from $1,000 to over $50,000. With an exciting introduction to hook viewers from the start, imagine holding a coin so rare, so mysterious, that it could transform your pocket change into a life-changing payday. What if I told you that a small silver-colored coin minted in 1968, yes, a Roosevelt dime, could be worth not 10 cents, but $1,000, $10,000, or even a jaw-dropping $50,000 or more? The historical Roosevelt dime. Before we explore the 1968 D-era, let's rewind a little. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, just 1 year after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. In honor of his leadership and his founding role in the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, the design, created by John R. Sinek, featured Roosevelt's known errors for the 1968 D. Roosevelt dime. The 1968 D. Roosevelt dime, minted in Denver, can be found with several notable error varieties that make it desirable to collectors. Missing clad layer planchette error. Value: $50, $100, $150 for $100 plus. Off-center strike. Value: 5 to 10% off-center, $10, $25, 25 to 50% off-center, $50, $150 plus. Double die obverse DDO. Value: $75, $300 plus. Die clash. Value: $30, $100 plus, struck on a wrong planchette. Value: $250, $1,000 plus. Real auction prices, from $1,000 to $50,000 plus. Let's talk about the part everyone wants to know: how much is this coin worth? Here's a look at actual sales. 1968 No-S Roosevelt Dime, PR68 Cameo sold for $22,325. 1968 No-S Roosevelt Dime PR67 Deep Cameo sold for $41,125. High-end PR69 examples estimated value: $50,000 plus. Even lower-grade proof versions have sold for $1,000 to $5,000, depending on eye appeal, cameo contrast, and certification. If you happen to own one of these coins, and it's certified by PCGS or NGC as genuine, you could be sitting on a 5-figure treasure.